Hey YouTube, for today's video I'm going to show you how I make a very simple chicken stir fry. I have ramen noodles, breast filet, cashews, canola oil. I use the spray, but if you want you can use the regular oil, stir fry sauce, and this Asian style vegetable mix. Alright, once I get everything I'll move it over to the stove and I'll show you how it's done. Now first what you do, you got to cut your chicken. I'm going to use these pruning shears. I'm going to cut it into little cubes. We got the 1 pound of chicken all diced up. Got the ramen noodles until the pot is boiling. All I'm going to do now is just spray some of this canola oil onto the frying pan. Alright, after you take your soup off the stove, you just drain it. Then with the seasoning packet, you just throw it onto the chicken right here, onto the frying pan. I'll do that right now. Now the trick is to not, you don't have to use the whole packet, just use about half of it. And you can store the rest, you can store some of it or you can throw it away like I'm doing, right there in the trash. And then we go back here and we just stir it. Let's do it if I can find it. Here it is. Alright. So just stir it in the canola oil or spray, however you like. And we'll be back. It's not quite there yet, but give it about another 2-3 minutes. This process takes about 5 whole minutes. Just make sure it's white all the way around and partially cooked. You'll cook it the rest when you throw in the vegetables and the stir fry sauce. One thing I would like for you to know, you're only supposed to use about 1 cup to 3/4 of a cup of cashews for every 1.5 pounds of chicken. Now that's how much chicken I got here. I got 1 pound and about 1/4. I did strip some of the fat from it when I was using the pruning shears. Now as for the stir fry sauce, this right here, as you can see, it's a 12.1 ounce bottle, which comes out to about 1.5 cups. Now you're only supposed to use about 3/4. You're not supposed to use the entire bottle, or else that just gives it a really salty taste. Now that your chicken's white all the way around, you go in and you add in your pound of vegetables. Make sure you stir them well. Get them well in there. Now these are frozen, so make sure they're not, you have to only cook these for about not 3 minutes, but just leave them in there for about 1.5 minutes with a little bit of water, so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Got my glass here. Got my pitcher of clean water here in the fridge. Gonna pour that. And if this video is out of focus, I'm sorry. I don't know why. What's wrong with it? It was fine earlier. There. About just a couple of ounces. That's it. You don't need that much. Make sure you stir it well. Oh, see, look at that. See this piece right here? That piece right there, it's frozen. So make sure that you get them unstuck like that. Now, every now and sometimes, if it's up to you, if you want to cover it at this stage, you can cover it. If not, you can just go ahead, you can add in the stir fry sauce and the cashews. I like to cover it for about like 2 minutes. Now, I don't have a top to this thing, so I have to go into my oven and use this as a lid. There we go. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Alright guys, it's been about 2 minutes. Once you uncover them, make sure you flip them over. Turn them over, and now we can begin to add the noodles and the sauce. Alright, so let's take our drained noodles, just add them in there just like that. You can get off, it's up to you if you want to separate them with your fingers. They might be a little bit warm, so be careful. I don't want you to burn yourself. Then we add just about 3/4 of this right here, just like so. We'll let it drain. And you save, I like to save these to the end. But if you want to add them in as you're cooking these, that's up to you. And you just stir it well. Just make sure, excuse me, that it's mixed very well. That there's almost a finished product. Here's the trick. Make sure that you have, as you're adding all the ingredients and cooking the chicken, make sure that your stove is almost at high heat. Now, once you add everything and stir it all together, make sure that you turn it down to a medium or medium low, and then we'll go and we'll cover this again. Just like that. There you put the lid on it, you let it simmer till it simmers for about I want to say 5 minutes, and then you can go ahead and add the cashews. And I'll show you the finished product once it's done. Now, if by any chance you fuck this up, you can always go to your phone book and just look at Chinese restaurants. Let's see. Where would you find a Chinese restaurant? Will it be under Asians? Let's see. Associates, attorneys. Oh, wait, went too far. S comes before T. Oh, there's assisted. And there's apartments. But there's no Asians. Alright, so we'll go to restaurants. Maybe they're under restaurants. Oh, there's pizza. Let's see, what about... Oh, there's satellites. Restaurants. There we go. Let's see, we have Ali Mode, Angelitos, right there. If you mess it up, just go to your local Asian buffet. Focus. There we go. Asian buffet. 327 West Olive Avenue, Madera. A few of the other things that you can do while you wait. I usually just go on Netflix and put on an old movie. Right now I'm watching Major League. Haven't seen this movie in a long time. As you can see, I've added the cashews. It's just simmering from it being sitting here for about 6-7 minutes. And you just stir in the cashews. You can leave them on top if you like. I like to stir them in. And then make sure you get them in there, mixed in there well, if you like. And once you do that, you can turn off the heat, let it cool down, and serve. Now this feeds about 4 people, or if you're me, it feeds you about twice. Alright. Turn the heat off. Put the lid back on. Let it cool down for a few minutes. And voila. Alright, after a 5-minute cool down, take the lid off. And voila. There's your finished product. It tastes a whole lot better than it looks. Trust me. Alright, hope you guys enjoy.